All right, let's see if we start talking and if we start hearing. We're doing a little test run here. We're going to go back in time and see if we can make this work again, talk and announce. You hear me pretty well? Okay. So we're going to see if this works. We haven't announced a game in a long time. I'm going to find a place to stand away from Luther. Um, so that way I don't overrun him. Welcome to it. I haven't announced a game in probably 2.5 years. We're going to give this one a try and hope to work out the kinks for tonight's game. So here we are, someplace up near Boulder, Colorado, some YMCA hockey rink. Game 3, this is, of this CCM Denver tournament. We are 2-0 so far. We won the first game 1,000,000 to 2. We won the second game 5-1. And here we are in game number 3. We're playing against the Arizona Junior Sun Devils. I think that's the only team left in Arizona we've never played. We go to Arizona quite often and play hockey. We play tournaments out there. So we've seen a lot of Arizona teams. I just don't remember a time we played a Junior Sun Devils team, but I could be wrong. We played an Arizona team to start off the tournament called Arizona Hockey Union, and would have been better off playing the 2012 thing, I think. They have signed up for the wrong league, I will tell you that. So this should be a better game. This team is 1-1. We're 2-0. They're 1-1 against their losses to a team we've never seen, but there's some commonality in our schedule. So yeah, so we're I have it in here. He's filming and I'm announcing. Oh yeah, and so after this, we will go into what you call seeded elimination. So the top blah 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 teams will go into an elimination bracket, and then you just keep playing until you lose. And so we play again tonight. I don't know how to tell you what time that game will be, but first things first, we got to handle the business of trying to go into that elimination bracket as the 1 seed. So if we win this and points, and there's all kinds of way. There's all kinds of ways that the seeds get broken down, but boys look pretty good. They're scoring at a high rate this year. I don't know how much you've all been able to tune in to Luther's Sting broadcast, but we are currently 5-1 on the season, and our goal differential is outrageous. We are 45 goals for, only 13 against in 6 games. So our only loss is to the Afton team, which I don't know, was pretty early on in the preseason. So we'll see them again pretty soon. Actually, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's sooner than later. So, but for now, we got to take care of business. We got Rebby in net. He's going to get it started for us. Rebby's dealing with a little bit of an ankle issue, but he says he's good to go. He's warmed up hard. He sprinted hard. So he says he's good to go. We're going to roll out Charles Jackson, Lance Fagans, Landon Oppo. Face off, get us underway here. Face off, going to go the way of the Sun Devils, but it's going to spurt through. Fagans going to swing his stick at it. Here in the neutral zone, nobody wants possession. It's going to come back to Barrett Phillips in the zone, off the boards, and off Oppo's stick and into the Sting bench and out of play. That will be a face off in the neutral zone. So some names you haven't heard before, some you have, if you haven't tuned in a bunch of times. We got quite a few new faces. Since I last announced, I bet half the team. So here we are, face off, going to go off the board. Jack's going to win out of the board, out of the zone by Phillips, and we're attacking on the forecheck. They're just going to dump it back in. That's Small. He's one of the new characters on the team. In deep, tip by Oppo. Going to chase it below the red line. Sun Devil trying to get possession below the red line. They're going to stop and start. Oppo leans on it. Another Sun Devil. Here comes the attack by Jackson. Fagan's in the high slot. Going to come high off the boards, and Small's going to hold his own. Give it back to Jackson, who was going to go to Oppo, but nobody was home. As they come out of the zone in the neutral zone, Small says, this will do. Gets it to Fagans. Fagans in the zone. Just going to get it deep here and look to get his line changed. As we Turning out of the end, this is a fresh set. This is Maynard. Maynard on the forecheck. Going to have Hardy with him, and here comes Big Ben Klein. Klein going to chase it down. They're going to go into our end, and Phillips going to look for a change soon. But for now, they're going to go behind the back pass from Klein. Back to Klein's looking shooter. Misses the net high and wide. The optics on his weapon were off. Back below the red line, back out. Now the Sun Devils going to just tip and chase here. That's going to be too far for icing. Going to bring it all the way back into their end, and we will have a face-off in the offensive zone. So face-off will be to the right of the junior Sun Devils goaltender. 13:45 to go in the first. No score. Going to be one back here by the Sting. That's going to be Esther. Esther going to rip it around. We got a line change here, so Sightsee must be out here. And that is going to be Garrett Katz. He's another new name on the team. Katz going to chase this guy to the wide wall, and they're going to dump it down again. That should be icing. It is. They have to take the red line. Maybe they do the rules different in Phoenix, Arizona, but that's back-to-back icing. So face off down to the right of the goaltender. Going to be Sightsee in the dodge. He's going to go forward with it and take the shot himself. The Sun Devils goaltender is going to cover it up. It's a good idea to go forward and get a wrister. We got just a better save. That's the one thing that's happened in this tournament. We beat the tar out of the other two opponents, but both of those teams had good goaltenders. The first goalie we played, he allowed 8 goals on 76 shots. So it's actually a pretty good day. Like he made 68 saves. So I don't know how you can be mad at 68 saves. It's just the rest of the team in front of him sucked. So we'll see how this goaltender does. So far, so good. Deep into the zone here, back underway. Behind the Sting net, going to be chased down. That's going to be played around. And that's going to be Luke Grab, giving it back to his partner, Mark Shipley. Shipley back to Grab. Grab off the near wall. Shipped out. Good play. Out of Garrett Katz to get it out of his end. Up in the air. Grab going to have it. Just bounces in the neutral zone. Slowing them down a little bit. And this is a choppy start. It's in everybody's equipment. That young man got a stick right in the midsection, but he's going to be all right. Back this way, he's going to be Grab. Grab swings and misses at it. The Sun Devils player plays it below the red line, and Grab gets run over from behind. Now the Sun Devils trying to establish some kind of forecheck possession. Going to be below the red line. That's Grab again, just looking to get out. Lines will change soon. Here in the elevation, the line changes are 30 seconds or so, not the normal 50 to a minute. So lines are changing as we speak. They're going to take the red line and put it in. You'll look for the Sun Devils probably do the same. Rebby tries to play the puck. That's Barrett Phillips. Fresh off the bench, going to come up the wall here. Heimlich can't handle it. Jackson's trying to chase it down, but that's going to be icing as that one went through Logan Heimlich. So the faceoff will be to the left of Rebby. He's going to be out there. We got another new guy. Bill Gross is out there. Big number 91, Big Bill. He's going to chase down. He's actually on the attack here with Heimlich. Heimlich looking, going to stop and start, but he tries to go between the guy's stick and it goes on net. So Sun Devil's going to take possession through the neutral zone. They're going to get it past everybody. That should be no icing, but he's going to call it icing. I would have waved that off as the Sting had a chance to touch it as well. Either way, we're going to be down in their end. Jackson's going to be in the down. Still Heimlich and Gross, Small and Phillips. Face off to the right side. That's going to be Jackson. Going to go forward with it, smash it behind the goaltender, and now Gross on the forecheck. Up this way. He's going to try to hold the zone. It jumps out, but Gross is going to be there to pick it up as the second layer, and now Gross is going to pull in a China shot his way across the blue line. A little razzle-dazzle out of this Sun Devil through the neutral zone, and barely on sides, but this 7-foot tall number 91 from the Sun Devils, I'm not kidding you. This kid has to be 7'1" on skates. I don't know if that means he's any good, but he's definitely a big bastard. All right, into the neutral zone there. That's going to be Gross chasing him down. Sun Devil's going to regroup D to D. Gross keeping them honest as the lines kind of start to change. I see some freshies. Hartman's back out. That shot's going to hit Rebby's stick. He's going to put it in the netting and out of play, which will finish the line change probably by design. Into the dot. I think I see Hartman behind the net. Mr. McMillan, another new defenseman. And out of the zone, here comes Oppo. Fagan's wide side. Oppo going to go off the boards and deep. Fagan's going to chase him behind the net. Oppo going to stand his guy up. No, excuse me, Hartman going to stand his guy up. Now here comes Oppo. Oppo, really good playmaker, new winger on the left side, plays a lot of hockey. They've found themselves matched up with Lance, and they've had some success lately. And he is a good playmaker to the front of the net. At this point, it got tipped into the Sun Devils bench now to play. That's the stoppage, the face-off. Will remain in the offensive zone. Back to the dots is Hartman. Hartman going to win a face-off over the Oppo. Going to hit his skate. He's going to drop it off to the D-man. The D-man flubs on one, but it accidentally almost worked out. Ungerbach going to bring it back this way through the neutral zone. Going to go D to McMillan. McMillan going to come up here to Fagans, who one touches it and gets it to Oppo. He's going to go to the net. Oppo, shooter. Fagans backhand, goal! Oppo off the pad. Fagans buries the rebound. 1-0 good guys early. I told you, they're heated up. That line has put a lot of goals on the board lately. Oppo to Fagans, 1-0. It was a good play getting into the zone, too. Fagans dropped it off. Hartman was there to move towards the net with Oppo and then just created some chaos that the goalie couldn't manage. So 1-0 good guys here. Face off, gonna knock down Maynard. He got his stick tied up so he couldn't put his hands down. Kind of fell awkwardly, but he's back up. And behind the net, this is Shipley. Shipley, new defenseman on the team, and played last year with the Central States Prospects team at this division. And man, he has showed up here and done everything he's been asked to do, and he's been resoundingly good on the defensive end of the puck. So really good addition this year, and he's out there with them coming right at him. And here comes the help of Big Ben Klein. Ben Klein causes them to dump it in, and now Grab's going to go back and pick it up. Bravo starting to look up, passes a beautiful pass. The guy is unfortunately on the wrong team, but still, what a work of art. Grab's got his stick tied up. Here comes help in the form of Sights, and they put it in front of Rebby. Never really gets to the net. Grab had his stick tied up, so he couldn't help, and well, help. Good save by Rebby there, though, right in front of him. Puck's loose, going to be carried out by Maynard, who clears the zone. As that is going to get him a change. Klein's coming off, and here comes Grab. Picked off by Shipley as he jumps the zone. Shipley's been scoring at a pretty high-end rate as a defenseman as well, so don't think he'll be shy to jump the rush. He does a lot up to Jackson, into the neutral zone. Jackson sees an opportunity, gets it deep and go to work. Responsibility first. Esther behind the goal. Esther picks it up with speed, going to try to wrap it around the near board. Drops it back off. Down low. Pat's turning it. That's Jackson. Gets tied up, stick lifted, and they're going to try to get it out, but that is onto the stick of Barrett Phillips, who shoots it wide of a soccer goal, but down low. He might have been looking backdoor there. That backdoor play has been working. Esther got an opportunity. Mr. No Goal Esther was looking for one, just not able to find it. He is as cursed as you could be at the moment for scoring goals. He's had a lot of opportunities. It just hasn't gone his way. Off the boards and down. This is going to be on net. Rebby covers it up. The Sun Devils player out. 8:49 to go in the first. Still 1-0. Your St. Louis Sting. Face off to the right side of Rebby. I see floating in. That's going to be Hardy. Going to be chipped out. Oh, it does get out. Heimland was avoiding a check as he chipped it, but it does get out of the zone. Now we're going to regroup. Goes through the stick of this defenseman. I believe it's McMillan who, gets a bad break. And it hit the net. Heimlich, I guess, hit it with a spaghetti noodle. It only went about 6 feet. They held the zone. Big shot, big tip. Better save. Rebby checked in early here. Sun Devils look to go behind the net and set up shop. They're going to go off the far board for the defenseman. Not much going on there. And now they're relegated to chipping it behind the net and trying to regroup as the Sting have it covered up at the moment. Going to be chipped into the neutral zone. Heimlich is going to get it out here. Gets around one. Going to attack through the neutral zone. Heimlich got Gross in the high slot. Gross has got a grown man shot. Just missed the net. He's had a couple of absolute heaters. The big boys shoot hard. Grab is way down low. Going to chip it back behind the net. And I think the offense is looking to change. They have been out there for a minute. So into the neutral zone. Back in offsides and the world's weakest whistle. The referee said it was offsides, which gets the line change completed for free. So we're back out here with Oppo, Fagans, and Sightsy. Face off going to be won by the Sting, far side. Shipley trying to chip it past the guy, hits him while he's going by for good measure, and now in deep by Oppo, but not deep enough. That's going to be held up briefly by the Sun Devils, and now Grab just kind of heads it off. Soccer style play by the Sun Devil, and Grab in a phone booth. I don't know what happened there. He like short circuited and left the puck behind and tried to attack a man. It's going to be icing. That'll bring the face off back this way. Grab tried to play the puck twice and got frustrated with it and decided, I'm just going to stab this guy. And I will tell you, if you haven't had a chance to watch them now that they're 16-year-old young men, a little more emotion. It's like testosterone and puberty has done something to these boys. Everybody wants to fight and hit and call each other's mothers' names. It is an emotional mess a lot. Fagan's going to steal one, take it the other way. He gets into the zone, gets knocked off a stick, but the Sting will regroup. Grab misses Shipley, but Shipley will go back and pick it up, take it behind his net, and now we'll regroup again. Oh, dicey. Bungs into the player, and now we're turning it out as they go off a stick and into the neutral zone. And the Sun Devils try to chip it by one. Big hit covered. Shipley takes that puck away, puts it behind the net. Grab, going to go back behind the Shipley, and here we go the other way. Shipley hits Oppo in the ear, but it does get out of the zone. And now, oh, Dicey, I don't think was ready as the lines are changing. Fagans was looking for the string it, but as he's tired late in the shift here, he was going for a change. And actually, Sun Devils kid stole the out pass by the defenseman. So Fagans is stuck for a moment. As Fagans yells, out, out, out. And they do get out. That was out of the zone by a mile. This referee official here said no and waved it off. That was 3 yards out of the zone, but nonetheless, no big deal. And then for some reason, Maynard stole the puck and then shot it right at the coach of the Sun Devils. Kind of an interesting strategy there. And when the faceoff will be out of the zone, as Maynard, like I said, tried to kill their assistant coach. 5:58 to go in the first, 1-0 State. Faceoff. I believe Charles Jackson, and he goes forward with a slapper and gets it deep and says, let's go to work. Finn Fine going to chase one down. Does steal the puck here. Oh, Fine. Out front and through the goalie's feet from the world's hardest angle. But Sting going to have it now. And Sun Devils chip it out of the zone of the neutral zone, and now D to D, and they say, no more of that. Maynard involved in the physicality as usual as they come back this way. That was Charles Jackson. Sun Devils player lost a hockey stick way into the corner. He still doesn't have it. You can try to expose that. As he shoves Jackson's away and goes and picks it up. Everybody, equipment, back and accounted for. Esther keeps it in front of him. It spits awkwardly across to Phillips, who backhand passes it. We're going to get it out of the zone at least. Attack them, and they'll be offside. Do not. And now, block shot saved by Rebby back in the action. Kind of a sloppy play breaking down here in the middle. I see the coach talking about the same thing. That turnover didn't need to happen. But all's well that ends well. Covered up by Rebby. So 5:02 to go in the first. Still Sting by one. We're back in the dots here. That faceoff is going to be won by Hardy. Gets it back to McMillan. Goes around to Ungerbach. Ungerbach out of his reach, but back behind the net. And now McMillan goes and picks it up. Sun Devils steal it. They have it high, and we're just going to run a guy over. And that guy holds onto his stick. And the referee is telling him it's not going to be a penalty. You're holding onto his stick. And I think it was offsides is what stopped play ahead. I was busy enjoying watching these two skirmish behind the play. So after the offsides, oh man, McMillan overskated one here, but all's well. Picked up by Hartman. He chips it by the guy who tries to apply the hit. The guy hits nothing. And now we're in the neutral zone. Here comes the favor return out of Hartman. He says, I don't like what you tried to do there. And Hartman sends him through the glass. Big shot wide. Goes off the goalie's blocker and wide, and now it's kept in. Good stick there out of Estes behind the net. It's going to be no icing. Oh, that should be should be no icing. It should have been waved off. We touched it, but nonetheless, this is last night's game when we played late. If you didn't get to tune in, the two officials there were hell bent on zero calls, and it seems like we got a lot of the same today. It can make it a little bizarre, but last night was prison rules. You could two people had a gun. It was crazy. You could do whatever you wanted. Um, so so we'll see. So far, seems to be a lot of the same today. I think they get two wage. They only get one wage, and they say I'm not getting paid extra to call penalties, so they don't, which is fine until it's not. Right now, we're down low, battle a little RG bargy along the board. Sting and Sun Devil's going to battle. It's going to be Sting coming away with it. We're hard nose to the front. Not anything there. As they continue, like I said, maybe it is the same. Prison rules in front. That was a straight up yard tackle. And after the whistle, some stick lifting and such, but it is still covered up long ago by Revy to stop play. It's very possible. Maybe these officials are just super high. I mean, this is Colorado. They embrace what they're known for, crusty, dirty liberals and weed. Maybe they're just super high. They're not into it. They're just here to make $40 and get back to their parents' couch. Face off back on their way here. One by Sun Devil. Good block here. That's going to free Oppo. Oppo blocks it. Got to go to the net here. Not a whole lot of help on the breakaway because it was a block shot, but he doesn't get one off. The guy does a good job of tracking him down. So Jackson going to chase him near wall here. They're going to try to smash it out off the board. They do actually a good play to get their guy free, but Phillips says, I'm not even going to play the puck. You don't matter. These two are actually in a school fight behind the play off the boards to Fagan, who's going to try to use the ref as a screen, and he goes through his guy skates 1,000 times, and then he kicks the puck, and it gets intercepted at the last second. As we skate up here into the neutral zone, up to Fagan's off the stick, but is into the neutral zone. Sun Devil's going to try to turn it back in. Long shot blocked away by Small off the skate, and now into the corner. That's going to be picked up by Maynard, I believe. Fagan says, let's go right now. Fagan's through the neutral zone, got help coming, not going to be. He's able to get it to him. I think he was looking for the play to go back to Oppo, and it wasn't possible. It's going to come out here to Small at the blue line. Small, down low. They rim it around the board. I think that's Fagan. You'll see him jump for a change, and Hartman's on already. And I think that's Maynard. It is. So Maynard tries to come up here to the defenseman who was in major coverage. And down off the goalie here, that's Maynard going to chase it in the corner. Maynard trying to keep possession. Skates into a myriad of Sun Devils players. And now behind the net. Sting still on the forecheck and possession. That is Hartman. Hartman spins one back up to his defenseman. That's Ungerbach. Ungerbach going to let it go under the goaltender. He let one sneak away, and he covers it up on the second attempt. So face-off will be to his right. 141 to go in the first. Still 1-0. Good guys. Gets us back underway. Ungerbach plays it down low. Here comes Sightsy. And big pinch by McMillan, along with a little body action. And it comes back out here. Sightsy covering the point for McMillan. Going to skate a little, take a shot off the goalie's pad. Good shot through traffic. Goalie makes a save and then kept in down low. Sightsy can't manage it. Here comes Esther. Esther lifts the stick, tries to get it going his way. As they work on possession out of the corner, Sun Devil's going to squirt away with it through the neutral zone now. Sun Devil's possessing it in, and McMillan plays the body, and the guy shoots it wide of a soccer net, and Ungerbach with a power bomb from Captain Insano. And we're coming back in. We lost a defenseman there. They're going to try to pass it, but Garrett Katz on the back check said, not going to be able to do that. But unfortunately, we got to chase one, and that chase down. Just get it out of the zone. He does not. Good play by that junior Sun Devils kid on the reach away from Katz. I think they called a penalty on us here. They called a roughing penalty on us after. So they do call them. We've established that. I didn't see the play. It was behind. It had to be roughing because the puck was on the other side of the rink. So I'm assuming McMillan followed through from last Tuesday and hit that guy. So with 38 seconds left here in the first, we're going to go to the first penalty kill of the game. So you should see the killers, which will be Jackson and Maynard to start. You'll get a dose of Seitz and Esther, most likely, coming up next. Barrett Phillips is out there as a defenseman, so that must mean that's Mark Shipley, and they don't clear it out of the zone. It hits the board in a weird way and stays in. Now the Sun Devil's going to get set up here, moving it back and forth near side. Going to look back door way behind his receiver, and so now Shipley content to just muck it up on the boards here, try to kill a little clock as he didn't think he could get it out of the end. So mucks it up, and now up high, Maynard covering that. They're going to try to go back to where they started. Maynard on that end, good stick save out of your goaltender, Rebby. Jackson mucks it up a little bit here. Keeps it in front of him, mucking it up. 3-2, and buzzer. So after one here, it is 1-0 Sting on an early goal by Fagans from Oppo and Hartman. And we will carry the rest of this 53 seconds of the kill into the second period. Yep. Better hockey. Yeah. This guy just walked by me wearing a hat, not ironically. He's wearing that for real. Okay. Okay. Like he watched The Departed over and over this morning and said, I can pull that off. You can't. Weird. You play in these Western tournaments when we go to Phoenix or we come here and play a lot of teams from the West Coast versus, Chicago and the teams we're normally used to seeing. And there's some weird birds. You think you understand why the country's as weird as it is, and then you come out west and you're like, oh, it's you assholes, and it's here. I'll tell you that. I had a 250-pound dude with a beard wearing a sundress at Target sell me sweet tea. It was it was wild, wild. I bought the sweet tea. I was turned on. I also weirded out. It was wild time. So, well, they seem to be skating towards the middle of the ice, which means the second period is going to be underway. 53 more seconds of this kill going to come at you. We will play this period, and then they'll take a break, and they will Zamboni before the third. So 15 minutes coming at you. Sun Devil's going to win the faceoff, go D to D to D to D to D in their own zone on the power play. I'll take that. As now they just take the zone and rim it around. The old Mike Keenan dump and chase on the power play. Never worked out for him ever. So see if it seems to have not changed yet. Sun Devils off Rebby's pad and out of the zone by Charles Jackson. Icing is the call. 25 seconds to go in the kill. Big Charlie. Going to be in a face-off, Donna. It's going to be Maynard, Ungerbach, and probably, that looks like the way Barrett Phillips holds a stick. I'm going to say Barrett Phillips. It is. Off Barrett's. Good job dragging a leg, making a block shot out of Phillips, and then out of the zone by Maynard. And now Charlie going to try to win this. He said, I'm going to make you earn it, Charlie. What a hustle. And then that guy killed himself on the boards, face first, trying to hit Charlie. Charlie mucking up this power play with absolute effort. Charlie steals it, puts a shot. I mean, he used a 60-degree lob wedge. He needed a 2-iron. Back to even strength here. As Charlie killed off the rest of it in their end. And now it's 5-on-5 hockey. Going to be Esther picking it up near side. He looks to get out of the zone. He does go tape to tape. Miss. Briefly handled by Katz, but he gets it back. Katz drops it. Oh! Dicey with a hell of a play, and snake bit Esther. Can't get it to hit him in the tape. He reached out. He just didn't get a hold of it. From the ladies' tees. Almost got another one. That's going to be too many men by a mile. They got 7 men. Back this way behind, off the near border into the zone. There's that 72-footer behind the net. He's going to take it and gets it wound up as now Sun Devils put it off the side of Rebby. He plays it to his defenseman, and now Fagan's going to one touch it. He tried to go to Oppo, but it was intercepted. On the second effort, he does get it ahead. Excuse me, not Oppo, that's Hartman. But he back into our zone. Grab goes behind his own net. Doesn't get a lot of mustard on that hot dog, though. And Fagan breaks up the centering pass and now knocks it down. Going to try to beat one as help is coming. Hartman tried to chip it around a guy, and he was laying on the ground, and it hit him, stayed in front of him. So we're not out of the zone, but we do have possession again. Back to the defense. D to D behind the net. D to D behind the net. Shipley. That should be. They called that icing. He touched it in front of this guy. I don't know how high this guy is, but he's standing right in front of him. The icing will bring it back into this end. You're a long-time follower of Sting hockey. I've never been a huge fan of officiating, but so that hasn't changed a ton. I hold my tongue a little better now as I have a new job. But these guys aren't great. Back this way, Jackson going to get one off the defender's stick and behind the net now. Stepping up, that is, Gerbach does hold it. Well, you called that one. You didn't call the other one. I'm not even sure this guy's on this planet right now. I think Gerbach might have been offside, but the guy standing next to it didn't call it. The guy on the other end of the rink did. So outside of the zone comes the face-off Jackson, Heimlich, and Big Bill Gross. Played in. That's going to be chased by Gross. Tenacious. Bill Gross going to chase into the end. He's a big body that hits on people a lot and also has a pretty gnarly shot. He is not afraid to get in the mix-up, though. Gross going to chase it to the front. Shot knocked down. Tried to get it to Heimlich. And now back to Gross. Jackson was just trying to jam it home. Gross applies the body first. Going to try to go back to the front of the net, but nobody's home. They were helping bail him out in the corner. And the Sun Devils, they do get the initial pass by Ungerbox. Go straight to that guy. There you go. Good job cleaning up the rest of that by McMillan as he realized he had more help than he thought, so he just attacked the puck handler and no shot on goal. So 11:24 to go in the second. 1-0. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone next to the Sun Devils bench. Let's see, Maynard here. Sightseeing. Ben Klein, I think. Don't quote me on that last one. It is Ben Klein down behind the net here. Little RG Bar. Oh, you got to have possession of that, though. Good job clearing it out of the zone by the defenseman in front. I believe that was Phillips as the first layer failed him. It landed on their stick, and they just flubbed it. Off the board's far side, trying to hit the streaking winger. It does not. Stinger going to go the other way, I believe. Up to the stick. Klein touches it, tips it deep, and going to go get it himself. Klein avoids the check. Stites is coming. Stites on the next layer. Back to Klein. What a pass! Coming. And it's in the net! Sightsee on the secondary, the second layer rebound. We had two chances. It didn't go. And Sightsee on the doorstep gets himself Mr. Cleanup, 2-0 good guys here. That was a good play out of Big Ben Klein. Chipped it deep, went and got it, dropped off the sights, and then went to the net. Ben Klein, when the world is simplified, his hockey is simplified. He does so much better. And that was a prime example. So 2-0 here, 10:40 to go in the second. Play gets back on our way. Shipley going to pick it up. Shipley, D to D here. Gravel trying to hit the far side winger, which was Esther, but it got knocked down with a good stick by a Sun Devil. It's going to go through feet, and it is covered up by Rebby. Ten 27 to go, period number two. 2-0. Face off back on the way on our end after the cover up. Going to be a thing win. Shipley going to go into the corner, bank some bodies, try to figure it out. He's got Hartman coming to help him, but it gets away. And now coming to the front is the Sun Devils. They go out to their defenseman. High slot shot. Oh, good save by Revy. Redirected, and Revy flashes that left foot. What a save. Oh, man, razzle dazzle. Grab got drug around a little bit, and now they're looking to go out front, but they just don't complete the pass. That guy made a great move in the corner to get free, but he just didn't finish. And that's going to be on the Sting, and Grab says, I've seen enough, and sends it into the snack bar for an icing. So after the stoppage, the icing, it'll be a face off to the right side of Revy. Fagans, Jackson, Oppo. Here, chasing it. Fagan's trying to get out to block a shot, knock down a centerman to do it. The guy got in his way. Oh, and that puck comes away in a weird way, but it's going to be off of Revy, and Fagan's going to clear the zone. It's got what I believe to be Oppo going to the net. Hard back. Oh, tried to go back to Fagan, and hit a skate of a defender and went out of the zone. McMillan going to go D to D here. Can't handle it. What's his D partner? I think that's Ungerbach. I think he jumped his stick. It is Joe Ungerbach. McMillan to Fagans. Fagans one touches it out of the zone. Here comes Jackson on the attack. Jackson shoves his guy. Now Oppo chasing the forecheck around. They're going to come to neutral zone. Big step by Big Joe Ungerbach and hits his guy. And now the Sting going back the other way. That's going to be Jackson. Says off the boards and in. I want to change. Jackson's going to go off. Oppo and Fagans in the zone. He doesn't even try to play the puck. Just plays Oppo's body and back out of the zone. Good. Oh, not going to be. Doesn't like it. He's going to drop it off. D to D. Oh, man. Tried to force it there, but cleaned up and into the zone. Get a change as Oppo was looking for Fagans. They're just not on the same sheet of music. Behind the net, Steitzy moving his speed 1,000 miles an hour. That's going to be icing, though, as the Sun Devils send it the length of the ice on an errant pass. 2-0 in the second. Sting up. 8:37 to go here. Sure, a sigh of relief here on the behalf of the Revy camp. The Colin rolled his ankle during warm-ups yesterday with the boys. It was dark, and everybody's done it. When you're going down the stairs and it's dark and you think, well, that was the last stair, and then you take a step and there was still another stair. The worst. He rolled an ankle doing that, and so he was a game-time decision today, but I'll tell you this. Phillips with a shot, and I think Gross with a bouncing tip pops it over the pad of the goaltender. So Gross from Phillips. Sorry, I was just enjoying talking, and these guys are going to put in a sloppy one. 3-0. Phillips to Gross to the net. So 3-0. But anyway, so I'd say Colin has recovered well, or game time decisions going his way. Doing well on that ankle. So big sigh of relief. So 3-0 here, 8:27 to go after Gross tips a Phillips shot from the point over the pad of the Sun Devils netminder. And we are back underway here. Phillips goes behind his own net, scoops it out towards Dylan Maynard. Maynard lifts, doesn't quite get to him. He had to lift a stick, puts it back in the area. And that's going to be carried out by the Sting, who can't get on the same sheet of music. Klein and Hartman both either dusted it off too many times and lost it, or just weren't on the same sheet of music. Either way, we are right back in playing defense here at the moment. That's going to be borderline picked off by Phillips. Blocked down. Oh, they said that held the zone. He's closer than I am. So in this occasion, I can't say anything. Behind the net, Sun Devils. Oh, man. Fanned on a shot, but it might have stuck away one of the defensemen. Now Hartman going to chase it in. Phillips plays the body. It's going to go behind the net. Sun Devils trying to get out front. 7:30 to go here in the second. 3-0 Sting. Sun Devils still trying to work their way out from below the red line. And Hartman played it. Oh, no, we got it back. He played it into a guy. Now Maynard going to bring it out here. Klein, as it goes through his feet, deep would be the play, and he does. Now he turns to go to the boards. Maynard going to chase the forechecker as Ben Klein gets off on a change. I see Charles Jackson, so the lines are changing. They tip it ahead here. It's going to be kicked down by Shipley, and then Shipley can't quite keep it in front of him. It hit his skate, and then he got spin-a-rammed. Big save out of Revy, though, playing a good game. Off the boards is Esther, and Charles Jackson chipping and chasing. Got Cats going. Oh, Jackson off the snack bar. Something's wrong with that lob wedge. Jackson going to go chase him. Does hold possession. Skates it behind his net. Jackson lurking. Oh, Tried to go backdoor to Esther, hit a defenseman skate. Cats down low, trying to sort it out. Now it's back up here. Jackson going to be held by the defenseman, just putting it off. That was a freaky deaky bouncer off the defenseman. The goalie had to make a save here. Esther has it go by him, and now backing up his Shipley, realizing I can't get caught flat here. Big play out of Grabo, though. Grabo keeps the puck in front of him. Kind of falls on his ass a little bit, but style points, not part of it. Play from the defenseman to the winger did not pan out, but we have possession again as we come off the glass. Oh, Esther was behind the attacking defenseman, so he obviously is going to win getting there first. Esther's still behind him, and it's out of the zone. Esther in a battle here, deep, and looking to the bench. Change is happening. Here comes Fagans, the attacking forecheck. Jumps the boards, going to go right at it. The guy made a move, but it was coming, and that was Esther. Esther said, I'll wait on the line change. I would like to be violent. Behind the net. Defenseman looking. Starting to, oh, there it is, off the skate. We're going the other way. Oppo takes the red line. Says deep will do. It was a 3-on-3. That's not a race. Fagans with a big body behind the net. Now Fagans tries to chip it out front to himself. Stitesy has it come to him. And now Sun Devils looking to get out. Going to be high in the air over the stick of Ungerbach. Got time. Going to go to Fagans over here, weak side. Fagans, good area pass. Good shot, Stitesy. Big save by the Tinder there. And iced by the Sun Devils. They had seen enough. That will bring the face-off to the right-hand side of their goaltender. 3-0 good guys. 5:12 to go here in the second. Going to stay with Fagans, Oppo, and Sights. Going to bring out Phillips and Small in the backcourt. Face-off going to be won by Sun Devils here. They go behind the net, D to D. They're going to try to come up the board. We're going to be able to hold it if we hustle, and we do. Now Fagans tried to drag it. It gets defended away, so he's going to go for the angle. That guy just puts it in deep, hits the stick of Phillips, and Revy says it would be safer if we covered and got the change. So they do. So after the cover by Revy, we're back underway. Hartman kind of wins the faceoff. We'll give him the win. It was a bizarre way to do it. Out of the zone, they do find Hartman again off the board, but he's got company coming, and he blows the tire. So big hit, bro, from the cheap seats. Wait, it happened in front of this guy, and this guy calls it. You're a bum. They're going to send Gross for roughing, and he probably did. To be honest, he came from the other side of the planet. My beef with it is he almost hit the official that was standing there. You telling me that guy's not smart enough to make a call? The guy from the parents section made a call. Either way, penalty kill back on, and Gross will sit for 1:30 here. Here we go. Back underway. Going to be won by the Devils. They're going to look for a shot outside. Revy comfortably taking control of that. Covers it up. Says, let's see it again. Big shot. Better saved by Revy. Right off the faceoff. Went to a winger, and the winger got it up. Revy was ready for that. Let it hit him in the stick and covered it up. So let's do it again. Third time's the charms. But the Sting faceoff going to get it. It is the third time's the charm. Sting going to get it here. Chip it off the boards by Ungerbach. That should be no icing. He has to skate the whole time. So to the right-hand side of Revy after a pretty poor icing call. The defender never took a stride. He just glided in. And the rule states you must make every effort. Sting going to just dump it out of the zone again. This will be icing appropriately. Nice mustache, butt boy. All right, we're back to it. Going to be a face-off. One big high off the blocker. Better saved by Reddy. It's way high in the air. He's going to cover it up there. And then they didn't like the goalie getting smashed on, so Shipley, I think it's Shipley. It is Shipley. Shipley said, don't touch this goalie. Absolutely dump trucked him. You got to love that. They were hacking away, and Shipley put him into the Zamboni bag off the glass and out, all the way out, off the dasher. That's all right. It hit, it hit the glass and landed on the dasher and went on the play. Oh, the ref skated in front of Barrett. I would have followed through. Face off won by the junior Sun Devils. They're going to go D to D here. Bad pass can't handle. They're going to have to go deep. Another pass over to that defenseman that he can't quite handle. They come back to this D. Shot blocking traffic was there. Big chaos in front. They can try to go off pad back door. It's not going to work. Revy covers that up well. Now, Sun Devils going to go near side. 18 seconds left in the kill. Back up high. Sun Devils covered up by Sightsee. Sightsee marks the guy. Makes him skate for a second. Not much to do, but go back to that low partner on the near side. Off his pad, and now Sightsee skate for a minute. Sightsee. Going to play it down here. Should be no icing as it hit the goalie. You got that one right. And we are back to even strength. Gross out of the box. Going to join the play. 5-on-5 here. And that one shot way up high. And Revy says, you know what? Let's just get them all changed. Appreciate a good kill. You know what they say in the league? Your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender, and he's playing well. So face-off will be to the left of Revy. 2:56 to go. Killed off another minor. And we'll get back to some 5-on-5 hockey. Try to come through the middle here. Not going to work. That's Fagan's out there trying to make it happen, and it's going to it's going to come back. Good job. Oppo back to Hardy, back to Oppo, back to the shin pad of the guy in front of him. But it's going to be held here by Phillips, looking to get it in, and he does. Puts it behind the net. Fagan's going to chase one down far wall. Skates around his first guy. Behind the net. Fagan's tried to, I thought he was coming out front. He decided to fake me out. Now he kicks it back to himself. Oh, he lost track of it. But he stole it back. And then he's half that guy's size. The guy finally makes a play and almost held on a skate by, I think that's Small. And they're going to chip it in deep. Phillips plays it to his partner, who plays it to a forward, and Keystone tops there for a second, but we're out of the zone. That's going to be Phillips, the head man in this rush. Phillips tips one on, makes the goalie make a save, which is also pretty heads up. We get a line change here, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off. So, a long time ago. So 1:59 to go here in the second. 3-0 Sting. Jackson going to slide into the dots. I think that's Maynard. That's Big Ben Klein. This must be Nope, this is Shipley. Shipley go through traffic, hit a guy right in the ankle bone. You know that felt good. Oh, and then Jackson tried to pass back to Grab, and it was out of the reach. So Grab's going to be on a skate here. Grab bodies his guy off. Got to stay with it here. Help was coming. That guy's trying to get away from Grab. The second layer's here. And now Ben Klein keeping him on his tip side. Now Jackson going to go to Klein. Klein had his stick tied up, but we're in the neutral zone. So he had a stick tied up. We were trying to turn it into an odd man rush, but it's all good. Back in the neutral zone, Jackson. Near wall here, Sun Devils going D to D off each other's skates. They don't get it done. They're going to come back up off the board. Kind of takes a bounce in their favor as it goes below Shipley. Going to body his guy, and now the layer of Maynard. Maynard put it in front of his own net. I think accidentally, obviously, but goaltender had to be heads up and make a play, and then Maynard up to Klein. Shipley and his guy in a little bit of a tussle as Shipley then no stick out of that other player. And big attack there out of Gross, just not able to connect. They're going to chip it down. That'll be icing. if it goes the length of the green. So face off will be in the offensive zone of the Sting. Gross is out there. I see. I see Heimlich, possibly Sightsee. Yes. McMillan and Joe Ungabach are your five offensive zone time here. Face off one back. Good face off. And McMillan puts it in deep. Let Sightsee go and pick it up. Sightsee working his way, trying to work his way to the front. Bodied off. Heimlich gonna lightly love tap his guy. Gross. Not so lightly of a love tap. Gross only hits one way. And up this way. Oh, Gross to the front. Trying to sneakily find Heimlich, and it bounces off his stick, and the goalie covers it up. But man, Gross with a wheeler and a dealer to try to get Heimlich set up. And it's going to be 18.8 seconds before the cut. 3-0 Sting here. So there'll be a face off, and we will work our way towards the Zamboni. Face off in by Hartman, going forward with it. And the Sun Devils, the guy was ragging it like he was killing a penalty off. Either way, we'll take it. We're up 3, Playboy. And back out here. Oh, man. Oh, and then from his knee, or Esther trying his butt off, but they're going to end the period, and the Zamboni will come out. So 3-0 good guys after 2, and we are going to pause 10 minutes for Zamboni and station identification. Yeah. So we will talk soon. Get yourself a bagel. Uh-uh. And just set them. All right. Oh, it's me. I just took a picture of that giant weirdo over there sitting by himself. Goalie being a goalie. They're all in the locker room listening to music and he's just sitting by himself. Yeah. Oh, well, I think we may be coming back from, in a, he hasn't been waving his arms, so I hope so. That's weird. Oh, I must have been super young. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. For mouth guard puke. Yeah. Oh, well, we might be coming back out here. Uh, second period, or third period, excuse me, should be getting close to getting underway here. As they make their way out. They'll skate around in circles for a couple of seconds. And, uh, for a long time, yeah. And then I stopped. Yeah. I, I haven't done it. I've done it 1 year that you were on the team, right? Oh, I used to do it forever. Yeah. 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 I went to school for commentary a long time ago. I I announced BMX racing and I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I enjoy it. It keeps me out of trouble. Huh? I'll do it more often than not. Yeah. It's easier to watch at home when you're that way because it's hard to see. But if someone's announcing, you're like, oh, that's what's happening. And all right. Well, 1, 2, 3. Your team name must mean we're getting close. There'll be 15 minutes on this clock. There'll be one more period here of round robin hockey, and then we will make our way back to the hotel, take a deep breath, eat some lunch, and then we'll figure out what time we play this evening. See a couple people coming out. Fagans, Jackson, Papa, Small, and Phillips. This will be your five. That'll get this third period underway. Revy slides back into his net. And puck drop gets us underway. Going to be won by the Sun Devils. They're going to go back to their defenseman, D to D. Kind of an errant pass. He's going to chip it off this wall. Fagan's trying to chase it down. Now they're going to carry it in, and it's knocked up the stick. Fagan maybe? No, he doesn't. It's going to be Small. Doesn't have a stick. Fagan helps him out. Tries to get it off the glass. Small needs to just go get his stick or race to the bench. Down one stick here. Small. Good job. Physicality. Holding the guy off. They're going to try to go off the board. Up. Oh! It is paraphernalia. Where is it? Went out of play. Okay. Couldn't find the puck. That kid shot it and it hit Oppo's pad and it went out of play. So it should be a neutral zone face off here early on as Oppo blocked a jump in attempt into the Sting bench. Hartman on the face off. Somehow wins it to himself. That's a rarity in the face off world. He's going to take it behind Hartman. Below the red line. Has help coming. I'm not 100% sure who that is. That's probably Katz. Yes. Get it past. That's going to be Ungerbach taking this one down. Got one behind him. Ungerbach tries to lean it off, and that is help is coming. They try to spit one out front. Going to be on the wrong side for that defenseman, and he puts it into Rebby Flora, who was well ready for that. He had, the defenseman had to turn it around and just put it on Rebby with the cover. Line comes on. I see Grab. I see Heimlich. I see Seitz, Gross, and Shipley. Rebby fixing his neck. Ref takes a timeout to help him. We're back. Face up. Got off the defenseman into the corner. I saw the forward into the corner, and now stick knocked out of the hands again. But Gross there to manage. He's going to tip it. He goes high in the end, and him and Sun Devil allow Grab to pick up his stick, and Sykes plays it. Excuse me. Deeper in, Graham off the board does find Sykes. He's going to try to skate by one. He does get across the red line and deeper. Here comes Gross. There you go. Gross hits the guys. He tries to run the puck. The Sun Devil's going to come out near wall here. Sun Devil's trying to go weak side. Nobody home. No touch either. It's going to be icing. It's going to bring it all the way back down into the Sting offensive zone. Missed pass turns into an icing. Huh? Well, see if you can still hear me. I do my other job here, so it might cut out. Give me a sec. Uh, hey, hey, stand up here and look at me. Where in your shoulder? On the outside? Can you put your hand above your head? Oh, all right. Well, near wall here's Vegas right next to me. Gonna go weak side. His oppo on the stick, and I think he stung it. I think he stung that shoulder hitting that kid because he said it hurt real bad. And I said, well, raise your hand above your head. He put his hand above his head. And I was like, well, that's a good sign. No, and I said, put your hand on front of you and don't let me win. And he didn't. I was like, skip a shift, take a deep breath, and let me know. So back to it. Sorry, we had two jobs here. Kind of a medic, kind of, for this team. And none of these tournaments do what they're supposed to do and supply one. And even when they do, the people they supply are, well, there's nobody who wants help someone you like. So back to it, though. The action, far side, Esther. Got Shipley there to help him out. Sunday was just going to chip it behind the net. 11:09 to go here in the third. Still 3-0 as we get back to our regularly scheduled program. Big hit. Graham got dunked down, but he took a hit to make a play, like they say in football. Esther rims around the back of his net. Knocked down. I don't know if so. It's Cats. In a little bit of a battle. Held in by Seitz. Gets it deep, and now we're going to go to Luke. Shipley slides over to cover his point. Trying to come out of the zone. And chipped away. Heimlich, keeping him honest, allows the rest of the line to change. So Seitz gets off, and I believe Charles Jackson's going to join the party. Off the boards in a weird way. The Sun Devils trying to get it weak side's not going to work. Small's there. Small, neutral zone. Good job getting that to Jackson. Which puts it in deep. Actually, on net. Gross must be doing all right. He's out there for a shift. When you're 16, you're still pretty resilient. Gross picks up the puck, puts the backhand below the red line. We stay at work. You notice a little bit less chances being taken by the Sting here in the third. You're up three, protecting a 3-goal lead. So you don't have to be the primary physical aggressor. You can keep the puck in front of you and make them go 200 feet. That's what you're seeing. So puck goes up off the glass and out of play into the netting. So that's the face-off. It'll be to the left-hand side of Reddy. Gross. So it's still going to be Jackson, Gross, and Heimlich. McMillan out there. I think that's still in the box. So face-off one by the Sting. They're going to go behind their own net here. That's going to be put through the feet of Gross. Not much you can do there from McMillan. Shot it about 6.5 feet wide of the net. Try to stop and start on the dime. Jackson there covering that up to the far wall. That's Ungerbox. Plays the body. Holds that guy against the boards now. Help's got to come bailing out, and that's going to spit away. Again, that's an impossible pass to manage for that winger. It's instead of that, just out of the zone. That's all you got. Out of the zone, and they do that. Sun Devils regroup, and the Sting will change lines. They're going to try to get by McMillan. He does a good job of keeping that dude. Good play. Keeps it in front of him and then plays it up. Gross. Going to get his wheels moving. I think he's got Hartman going with him. Gross. Trying to find it. Big backhand! The goalie lost track of it, and Gross said, I know where it's at. And he went and found the rebound himself. So Gross, ref did not blow it dead because it was sitting behind the goalie, and Gross goes and chases it down and pokes in the Lucy. So 4-0 good guys, 9:13 to go in the game. Now, Gross made a good hockey play. Been involved in 2 of them today, Gross has. He had a tip drill he was involved in with Phillips, and then that one, he just kind of took to the net with some power. And I can tell you that a big boy like that coming to the net with steam is probably a little disconcerting, too, for the goaltender. And he lost track of the rebound, and it was actually sitting on his crease, and Gross went back. Give it a little tappy-tappy. And we're over here. So that's Hartman going to play behind the Sun Devils net. Maynard chasing him down. Maynard applies the pressure. He is another one of those fellas that'll hit you every time he can get close to you. He can't come in. Oh, he did get collected. Does a good job getting back on side. Play it down here. There's a Sun Devil laying in the crease that tipped the link to the ice. Oh, man, accidentally the Sun Devil goalie played it. We'll take that. That was going to be icing, and that guy played it 3 foot wide of his net. I appreciate the help. The skate of this other Sun Devil, and that's going to be icing. You don't have to skate back for the icing, so they don't, and start making that work for us. So icing will bring it all the way down into the offensive zone of the Sting. 8:10 to go here in this one. 4-0. Higgins, Otto, Seitz, Phillips, and Small. Goes 5 on the ice. One by the Sting. Back to Phillips. Got 2 coming through, and he's going to go down low. That's going to be Seitz. Seitz got Higgins on the doorstep, but he's going to go back to Otto. He tried to come out with some power. He's going to come back up. He's going to come out high to the D man. Phillips going to let it reach. Redirect doesn't get it. The goalie smothers it up good. Offensive stand there. Face off the beat of the right. No change there. Goalie made a good save there on the shot through traffic by Phillips. Fagan's trying to get a hold of it. He just held his ground, gloved it down. So we're back to the action here. Phillips going to go below the red line here. Hopper trying to help out Seitz. He comes out in front of the net. That means we got to start retreating as we had people caught below the red line. Phillips tries to go off towards the Fagan. Fagan makes a move and goes off the glass out of the zone, keeping it safe and not icing. Now, Sunday, trying to go through the neutral zone with some speed. It's bouncing around on him weird and Small making a spinning move, and it comes back to Seitz. Seitz got Fagans up the middle. He does find it. One-on-one's Lance. Lance going to razzle dazzle here. Big one backhand. Better save by the goaltender. Fagans untrusts the defenseman, and then the goaltender made a save on the backhand. Lance tried to get 5-hole. Zone comes to Sun Devils. They're just going to keep one off the Rebby. He puts into the net, not a play. Probably a wise play again. The Lions get the change for 3. Now we'll face off to his right with fresh 5. 7:17 to go. The clock continues to go on the Sundays. Ah, it's going to be one here by the Sunday. Quick check. And just a, I think that was probably a pass that Revy covered up and counted the shot. Helps the stats. Face off. This time going to go on by the Sting. That's going to be McMillan behind his own net. Hungerbox going to go up here near or far side of Esther and pass. It's interference when he doesn't have it, but before you're not going to get a lot of calls here. That I understand. To the front of the net, though. Big move. Jackson tried to go far side, missed the net. Jackson had a wild game last night. This one, his aim was broke. His hustle's still on, but his sights are. He needs like two MLAs to the right, and that might have been it. Near wall, big hit. That's stats. A real North South. If you don't know him, you haven't played around him before. He plays Liberty High School hockey. Also played St. Peter's for years, and he's a North South kind of meat and potatoes guy, and that's what you're getting out of him. And you're seeing it firsthand. Heimlich going to chase the forecheck here as they have to regroup in their own end. Almost get the steal there. Now, Sunday was content to just jump in deep, and they are going to change. So, possession pretty uninterrupted is Gross and Gross. Oh, he tried to go far side to Hartman. Just kicked away by the Sunday defenseman, and now grab up the board. That was boarding, to say the least. They're going to have to send another to serve the 2 and 10 as this is what happens when you get frustrated and you get your ass kicked and you start getting emotional. And I told you, they're different now that they're 16. Get emotional. Also, the rest hasn't called for lots. They've been getting away with prison rape, and so took a chance and boarded a guy, and we are going to be 2 and 10 on that one. So we'll have a power play here for a quick second, minute and a half or so. It's 5:57 left in the game. Comes out high here. Going to be held by Small. Small starting the shot. Goes back to where it came from. Hartman. Thing. Yeah. Goes wide of the goaltender, but this is going to be shipped. They spit it out high here. Oh, Small couldn't manage it. It jumps out of the zone. They're going to send another power play line out. I see Fagan's coming over the wall. I see Jackson. I bet you that's landing off of. It is. Fagan, Papa Jackson. Face off going to be in the neutral zone here. Minute 11 to go in the power play. 5:39 to go in the game. 4-0 good guys. Phillips is going to slide out here on D, and I believe that is going to be Hungerbox as well. But he was playing in a forward role. Kind of the beauty of having a guy like Joe. Oh, back door! Oh, man, Fagan decided not to shoot, went back door, and the tip just didn't go. Oh, the falling shot. Fagan's big shot hits the defender. Moves it down, going to come out hot. Back to Fagan's going to have some real estate. Fagan back to Jackson. Better shot, better save on the goaltender. There was a couple of good opportunities there. Fagan's got some free ice and skated in and looked, shot the whole way, and then decided to go backdoor, and man, just barely missed the stick of Otto in the back of the paint. And then a couple of good passes got Jackson free for a shot. 41 seconds to go here, and this one's 5:08 in the third. Power play looking pretty sound right now. They're getting their chances. Phillips going to have it. Phillips just going to put it through traffic. It's in the net. I think that might be Barrett's. No touch. It is going to be Phillips on the no touch. So give one to number 8, Barrett Phillips from Fagans. Phillips from Fagans. Good shot. Just a C&I dog through traffic, really. I think he was aiming for a tip, and it's kind of C&I dog just way to the back of the net. So, and now the benefit is the running clock, which is my favorite. Up 5-0 here against a chippy Sun Devils team, and now the clock doesn't stop. So now you smother it. Now you let the goalie cover it. Just really start to piss you off like this. Goalie covers it up. Sun Devils come in and think they're going to smash away the goalie because they're losing by 5. It's a long travel from Phoenix to Suck. And, this is going to eliminate them from going forward. They'll go to the consolation round. So you cover this puck and you let it tick, 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 which is the best. I'd cover it again. I'd shoot it out of play. That's it. This is 200 IQ plays here. Just put it into the bench. That'll do. Don't even worry about chasing it down, getting beat Maynard, applying the pressure, makes it go to the boards. Big flying, gonna avoid the hit. Sun Devils go behind their own net. 3:52 to go. In a 5-0 Sting advantage. Big flying with an incredible breakout pass to the Sun Devils there. Simply cleans it up. Now behind the net, Sun Devils. Got a real one from a weird angle. That comes out of the zone. I think he could have held the zone. I don't know why he chose to lay off. That's sightsee. Shows a bunch of razzle dazzles and then plays it in deep, and then he missed it. Makes it hit to make a play, keeps it deep. Sightsee will get a change. Here comes another. Comes out here. Sun Devil's going to go stick to stick and through the neutral zone, and they chip it deep. Tony, there's a couple kids out there that will hit you. One of them's Esther. As much as I love to make fun of him about being snake, he is extremely 2-on-1 because Grab pulls the tire. Understand? Good save, brother! Sent into the bench to the box for slashing the goalie. Again, emotions getting the best of teenage boys. Reddy makes a good save, and the kid skating by slashes him, and they send him to the box. This is also, if you don't watch a lot of hockey, this is when you don't call penalties early and set the tone. You let temper tantrums flare later. There should be a lesson in this for the officials, but these two crusty lives, they're just trying to get to their next bong rip, and that doesn't involve the whistle. And they're learning about it now. So 2:12 to go here as we tick away some time. Power play coming at you. So this is going to be Hartman going. Oh, Hartman played behind the net. I don't know. That might have been Heimlich. My highlight defenseman. Have to do much here with it. Just play possession. Minute 17 in the power play. Extra man, just play possession. You don't even need one. They're going to put one on the far side. That's where Phillips is. Phillips is picking up. He tried to go back in the front of the net. Through the feet. That's a good play. Oh, keep the zone. Heimlich. Going to turn towards the net. Big Lister. Better save. Jumps the rebound. Play. Heimlich. Turns one on, man. Secondary chance. The goalie covers up. Again, Empress flaring. That 72-foot man goes in the pile and, like a tree ant from Lord of the Rings 2, towers over the other players and asks what's going on in probably a really deep voice. 33 seconds to go. 1 minute 6 in the game, and it's counting. Power play line switch, or just lines in general. Switch. Tick, tick, tick. I don't even need them to drop the puck. At this point, I was enjoying watching no face. Going to come out of the neutral zone. Lots of time here. And hold. They're going to come up here and put it through Oppo, chips it off the board to keep icing off, and we're just 8 seconds to go. And the kill, Jackson lets it go back. McMillan plays it in deep. I'm sure somewhere somebody said, we don't need it. Just keep it in front of you. They're sending multiple cherry pickers the other way. This is not work out. Jackson plays it up the middle. They chip it ahead. Fagan's going to play it to himself here. Fagan, big shot, better save. It was a good shot, though. Really got it off his shoulder. It was a good play getting it to him. I believe that's awful. Fagan tried to go high side off the shoulder and into the netting, and the ref said, we've seen enough. Send them to the handshake line. 5-0. Good guys. Revy with a big shutout on a weak right ankle. I'm going to break his other ankle. We'll see him later. And he's doing well. So the boys will go undefeated and match differential in round robin, and we'll play tonight. I don't know what time to tell you, so text your loved ones and say, when are we playing? There'll be some form of live feed. I don't know if I'll necessarily announce it or not. It all depends on what's going on the bench and medical. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm a little rusty, but you'll see more of this as the year goes on. Sting by 5 over the Libs from Arizona. Peace.
Hi guys, and this is Luther. I'm back. Once we know what time we'll play, hopefully somebody will put it out there, but we'll definitely post it on Facebook once we know what time we play this evening.
We should be seed 1.
Yeah.
Differential on that, unless that other team wins by 6.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at anything from the invite, so I don't even know what the time slots are for it.
So seed 1 plays at 7:30, seed 2 plays at 8:40.
All right, so potentially we're going to be playing at 7:30. We should be seated number 1. So look for around 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Central Time. Thank you, sir.
I'll send you that link.
Well, we should be seated 1, so we'll play about 7:30. Be safe. Okay. Yeah.
They don't win by 5 goals or more.
Okay.
We got goal differential on them. I mean, even if Wenatchee wins, if they win by 5.
What team is it?
Wenatchee.
Wenatchee? Oh.
If they win by 5 or more, they should end up seed 1 and we'd be seed 2. Right now,
all right, guys. See you later. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. See you this evening.